In today's analysis, we are going to look at different currency pairs, gold, and indices. This time around, I'll be looking at DAX and then UK 100 indices. Those are UK indices and German indices. So without wasting time, let's jump right in. We'll be looking at pounds first. So as you can see, pounds on the weekly is bullish. All right. And what we are having here is simply a pullback. Remember, I will not be concerned much about this pullback on the weekly because price has not gotten to the opening price. Okay. And then let's take a look. Let me see from far if we've gotten to this one. No, even this we have not gotten there. So what we did is to create a new level here. All right, so let's go to the daily. On the daily, we have market reject of this. We have market rejecting of this opening price here. Okay, so and then we pull off from there. So where are the areas I'll be concerned? I'll be concerned here. Okay, and then you go to the 4-hour. I'll be concerned here, but as it stands, the market is bearish. So that is bearish on the daily. What it means is that I'll be looking for trade entries within this opening price on the 4-hour. All right. So what I mean is price could come back in here and then trade up here. This will be my target. It all depends on what happens here. I will decide to continue my bearish bias or I switch. All right. Because this level might be responsible for continuation of that upward trend. And if that level breaks, we'll be heading to this next. So it all depends on what the market does next week. But I'm prepared to continue shorting. That is, there's a higher probability of for a short than for a buy. All right. So that is what I can see on pounds. On NZD, looking at the weekly, from the weekly, we are approaching a key area on the weekly chart. Okay, so once price gets here, if you are shorting, you have to take extra caution here because this might be the end of this bearish move. All right, so until I have a change and my confirmation for a bullish bias setting, I will not be buying. Instead, I will be looking for more sales. All right, from the daily time frame. The moment price give me a pullback into this region, I'll be looking to sell. All right, I'll be looking to sell. And if you look at the daily also is bearish. So we have an intraday game to look at the 4-hour level. So on the 4-hour, you can see market is going down pretty good. And if you look at your normal structure, we've broken this structure. Probably we might anticipate a pullback once price trade into this region. Okay, so currently where price are or where the price is not favorable for you to open a short position. So you simply need a form of pullback. As long as price has not gotten here and give you that pullback, you can be taking your entry from these opening prices here. All right, but remember, opening price give you the opportunity to enter the market at a very good price. All right, these are simply not good for a short. So unless you have a means of observing scalping technique, you can look for scalping entry here and here. All right, So at the end of this video, just take your time and watch it again so as to prepare yourself for the week ahead. So this is what I'm looking at. NZD USD is bearish, all right, until we get here. Once we get here, maybe during the week I might go live, or I create a new video analysis, midweek analysis. In case there's any change in the trend, I will let you guys know. And by the way, if you are new, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any of my videos. And regarding me not being consistent, the projects I was handling, most of them are near completion. So you'll be seeing me regularly on YouTube. And my new found love will be on Twitter. All right. I'll be tweeting more. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Click the link in the description. You are going to see my Twitter handle. And then go to my Twitter at Raba Fx and follow me there. I'll be doing a lot of stuff on Twitter very soon. So having said that, we go to the next pair. Let's take a look at AUD. AUD USD weekly. The weekly chart, we have a pullback, but the pullback wasn't coming from this level here. Or did it? Do we have a touch there? Magnifying lens? No, we missed that. So, and I don't want to judge from this far. And again, we didn't reject, we simply closed above it. So for me, the weekly is still bullish. So if price comes in to this region, I'll be looking to load up with more buying pressure. All right. And then going to the daily, if I can refine that area down to this, that would be nice. All right. Anything below this green line, this is my buy zone. All right. And let's see if we have a new daily story. We don't have any directional bias initiated from the daily apart from here. Apart from here. Okay. This rejection, started the daily directional bias to be bearish, and we maintain that bearishness till we get to this point here. Okay, this point here, we maintain that bearish move. So if price give me a re-entry around this side, I will take it and then look for that sell into this target here. So from here, whatever bearish mindset you might have, start looking for a way to reduce your risk towards that, because once price get to this support here, this opening price on the daily, you should expect a reaction. All right. So if you have been holding your trade from this region down to this level, this is a good trade for you. You can exit that trade here. From there, let's look at, I was looking at Euro USD at the last of the currency pair. Then I move to gold. Then from gold, I look at indices. So USD card, looking at USD card on the weekly, we started pushing up from here. You can see this level held is ground, even though we have a third touch, we still rejected that. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Obviously, we are bullish on this, but bear in mind, this is our obstacle, our roadblock that may prevent us reaching out to, let me see on the weekly. We are heading to this point here on the weekly. Okay. We are heading to that point. So the daily's resistance will simply be a form of roadblock to get to our target on the weekly. All right, so this is a good re-entry here. So if price can give you a re-entry at this level, that would be good. At this point here, it might be good for scalping. Okay, let's see what happens, how that looks in the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, that doesn't look too good. So I'll take off this point of interest and I'll simply wait for price to come deep before looking for a buy. Or simply, if price can give me a fresh reversal opening price, then I'll take that trade and then head to this region. All right. So USD card is bullish as we speak here. This was the best entry here. Okay, for a swing, day 1, day 2. Now we are looking at day 3 to come in here. All right. This was another best entry here. But as I said, since I'll be coming in regularly, we will be able to catch one of these moves when it presents itself. Okay, so looking at USD JPY, I hardly trade this because it gives I hardly trade this because the Japanese, most of the time they miss the opening price. But we have something nice happening here. We have a rejection last week. So could this be a beginning of a new bullish leg on USD Japanese yen? So let's take a look at the daily. So looking at the daily, I can see if price can give me an entry here, I would like. If it give me a close above, that's if you give me a close above and then give me a nice pullback, something like this, I'll be looking for that trade. Now, this USD JPY is preparing us for a massive push to the upside. Now, should I be worried about this level for a sell? Let's go back to the weekly. Yes, we should be worried for that because the weekly we rejected here and then we pushed down. So currently, or let me say technically, the weekly is still bearish. All right, the weekly is still bearish. So you can start looking at the sell here until it breaks. All right, if that happens now, we can focus on the bullish momentum. So that's what I can say from there. And also, let's take a look at the daily here. So from there, but if I were you, I'll be focusing more on the bullish side. I will focusing more on the bullish trade here. A retracement into this region. Let me take off this. We buy here, we take our profit here and observe what happens. If it comes deep here, taking us out here, we come here, we buy, and this is our target here. All right. So USD JPY is preparing us for a massive bullish move. All right. So we have to position ourselves to catch those moves without wasting any time. We have to position ourselves. So these are my region here for a trade to the upside. And I would prefer price coming way back down, yeah, than taking it here. If you understand the concept of premium and discount, price is in a premium, yeah. For a buy, it has a lower probability. But with this one here, this have a higher probability. Now, me saying that doesn't mean market will not tap in here and go. I would be opening a trade here. And I'll be opening a trade here. So this is my setup 1, setup 2. If this goes, I don't need this. If this takes me out, I'll take it from here. All right. So there's nothing wrong in that setup. Then the last one will be Euro USD, right? By the way, someone said, why don't I trade the CHF? When I started trading back then, I don't know, for some reason, I just didn't like the feel of US with the Swiss franc. So I don't even include them in my setup. So up to now, I don't. And if I see anybody analyzing USD CHF, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that pair. It doesn't resonate with me. So that is that. So looking at USD, Euro USD, the mighty Euro USD, what can I say from here? So we tap into this weekly level. So that's the only thing we can say, and we rejected. creating a fresh support. This could move price down. All right. So let's go to our daily. Let's go to our daily. So on that note, if price can come back into this zone, I should be selling. All right. I should be selling this pair. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I used to make back then when I was trading is I would think that, okay, because Euro USD is selling, every other pair against the USD should also be selling. Okay, that means I should be buying USD and then selling Euro. But in most cases, it doesn't happen that way. Okay, because Euro USD might be ready to sell, while Pounds USD is still pushing higher. All right, until it meets its target, it will then continue in the direction of the Euro USD. So I used to think, okay, since this one is selling, this one should be selling as well. And that is a big blunder. Most of you make that blunder as well. If you do, put in the comments and I will address it more and more as we progress in this channel. So for me, this is a bearish setup. We are going to be taking our entry once price gets into this green zone. So that is all on the currency aspect. So let's take a look at gold. So on gold is very interesting. We created an all-time high. Let me cancel this. We created an all-time high, took out this high, and then we are trading back in. Okay. And secondly, we don't have any visible resistance based on opening price that we can trade off from. So the weekly technically is still bullish. All right, technically it's still bullish. So where I'll be focusing on my directional bias will be on the daily. Now, first thing first, I can see this fresh opening price, this zone here. So these are potential areas where I can be attempting for a buy. Now, we rejected from this level, this reversal opening price, and this is our destination. All right. You sell from here. This is our destination. And by the way, I have at the end of this, I'll introduce you to a possibility of you getting 30k euros to 375k euros every month if you join the DarwinX. So DarwinX is simply a program that links up traders and investors together. You come in DarwinX 0, you come in to prove yourself in terms of performance. As long as you are making that performance impressive, you keep getting allocations, and it's only available for 38 euros every month. And if you want to join, use the link in my description and get 20% off, whereas instead of you paying 38, you simply pay 30. So do not waste time. Go check my link in the description and then join DarwinX 0. I'll be documenting my journey on DarwinX in this channel, so don't miss out. Also be part of me in that journey. I want to take you from zero and to how I'll be making millions in allocation, and then how the profit splitting will be coming in. Whatever I do on DarwinX, I will be sharing it on this channel. And by the way, I'm going to do a dedicated video on DarwinX, okay, so that you can explain, I can explain more on that particular program. But in the meantime, click the link and join DarwinX 0 with my 20% off discount. All right, let's go back. So the daily started here, and this is the potential end here. Let me choose the last one here. Okay, so we have this zone that will be responsible for a rejection. So coming to 4 hour, coming into the 4 hour zone, I have a good setup here for a buy. So I have a nice setup for a buy. The daily storyline potentially ends here. All right. So it's if price comes trade below, I'll be getting ready for a buy. All right. Now, one thing about trading is, why am I coming out here to give you this analysis? Is because this is the way I trade. I make it so easy. I don't need to squeeze my chart and then check all the way to the left to see what market structure is and all that. I'll find a way to simplify things for myself. I used to trade that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Just that, um, as a beginner, sometimes it might create a form of confusion for you. Okay, that is why I have to now devise a way to read the chart with minimal price action information needed. All right. So if you want to analyze the chart the way I'm analyzing, use the link in the description and join my mentorship. And by the way, I'll be increasing my mentorship to $1,000 because I simply want serious-minded people, because I noticed that when the price was cheap, some people just come in and they don't take it seriously. Okay, they don't take it seriously. They don't want to learn. They don't want to put in the hard work. I realize it is those who put in the hard work, and those are the ones. Remember, I do a monthly. It was a monthly stuff. Those that stayed with me for long ended up becoming profitable. I have students success stories like that. At least minimum of 3 to 6 months, they became very successful. But those that came in 1 year and 1 month and they are off because they didn't even put in the work. I have someone within a year. This is the second year. Is already becoming a good trader, and yet he's still there. So I then realized that, okay, I don't want to bring in everybody. Okay, take your time. I want to bring in few people in, and then when those people are in, I focus on them. I want to hold their end, okay, from being a losing trader to a profitable trader. And that will start by the end of August. So in the meantime, take advantage of whatever price it is now. By the end of August, I'll be taking some few traders who are willing to pay the sacrifice, okay, from zero to getting funded on DarwinX. That is what I want to do. So if you want to be part of that journey, please kindly click the link and then on board. So in this case, now, as I was saying, if this goes wrong, there's nothing wrong there. Okay? I do take losses. It simply means I have to reevaluate my strategy. Okay? Reevaluate my directional bias and then focus in the direction of the trend. As it is, it was bearish, but getting close to this place, I cannot be selling into a support zone. I cannot be selling while price at the support zone. So what I need to do is either, if you don't believe in the buying move, you simply wait and see what happens. Maybe after price reject, then you join. There are different ways you can take advantage of this strategy. But for me, I'm more aggressive. Okay, I want to take it the moment price comes in here. I'll be taking that bullish trade. So that goes for gold. We look at NAS 100. NAS 100, yeah, is very interesting. This pair is very interesting pair. So you can see we have a rejection on the weekly. Okay, price move from this level to this level. What does it signify? It might signify the end of the bearish move. Just in 1 week, from year to year, completing a directional bias. Okay, so we're going to look at the lower time frame now, the daily, to start looking for setups. So on the daily, we got in here, we rejected, and we created a fresh level here. So if price trade back to that level, if you fancy my buying prowess from there. So let's look at the 4-hour. If price trade back in here, I can start piling up my trades, but I won't use my regular lot size because I've not confirmed the direction yet. But there's a possibility of it to start pushing higher. All right. But if I'm taking the trade, this will be my TP. If I'm in a trade here, I'll be taking off my profit here. All right. Because the market is still bearish on the daily. It has not changed. All right. So on the take out this high, then I'll start looking for bullish, adding up to my bullish position. But if I take a trade from this fresh opening price here as an entry, and it comes up to this point, I'll be taking my profit and then observe what happens afterwards. All right. US 30, the weekly, we created an all-time high on US 30. We broke multiple levels. So there's nothing sponsoring this aside from profit taking. Okay, a lot of people are taking their profit and that push price to the downside. When you take your profit, you are simply selling from a buy position. All right. So let's take a look at the daily. On the daily, what happened? We created a fresh level. We closed below this. So if I'm to buy, I'll simply look at the next opening price here. All right. This is what I'm looking for buy. This was taken out. And I will either will I be looking for a sell because, as I said, this was profit taking. All right, for the sell. So on the 4-hour, we have this. So if price coming here, I'll still be looking for my bullish trade from this zone here. But mind you, it will not be a swing. I'll simply take it intraday and possibly by the time the price comes in here, I don't know how long, maybe day 1, day 2, it comes in, I buy and take it off from the daily opening price. This is my area where I'm fancying a bullish push. All right. But no selling pressure here. I've not confirmed any form of sell, so I'm not going to take it. This candle alone is not enough. I need something else to instigate that sell. And I said I'll be introducing the German index and the UK 100 index. So the German index, as a trader, okay, you should be able to trade a lot of assets, right? On the weekly, I can see this rejection. And then I can accept this as a rejection. Okay. Though we have 1, 2. This is the third touch here. Okay. That's the third touch. But let's see what happens. So we have a kind of range here. We have a range from this level to this level. Okay. We move from here, tap in here, and then we are coming back. All right. So let's look at the daily. On the daily time frame, let me see. So we have a fresh level here. I'll be interested in looking for a buy entry at this level. Okay. I'll be interested in looking for a buy entry there. So for the selling pressure, price is already close to the buy zone. So I would not recommend you looking for any form of sell. Price has already left. Okay. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, before price gets here, we can be looking at shorting from this level. Okay, if for any reason price goes up, you short here, you aim downwards. All right, you aim downwards. So the pair on within the 4-hour is bearish. Okay, within the 4-hour is bearish, and then you can continue selling. The moment price trades up into that region, you can sell. But make sure that your selling will be before price gets here. If price gets here, this setup is invalidated. You should be able to know when the setup is valid and when the setup is invalidated. Okay, these are the things I teach within my mentorship. All right. During the week, I'll be sharing my journey on DarwinX. Okay. So I want you to be part of it. You should be following a mentor who is trading, who have a proven track record from a third party. And that is why I chose DarwinX, because if I show you my track record from my own area, a lot of you will say it can be Photoshop. A lot of things happens online. I don't blame you. Okay. But if I show it from a third party, like a regulated company like DarwinX, they won't ruin their reputation by doing any form of gimmick. All right. So I'll be sharing my progress on DarwinX on this platform. If it is something you like me to be on with me on this journey, kindly subscribe so that I don't miss a thing. Okay, so for DAX, this is my buy zone here. All right, I'm looking for buy when price gets in here. Okay, we're looking at Sunday S&P. S&P mirrors NAS 100. So let me look at UK 100. The FTSE is called the FTSE. All right. What can I see here? Do we have rejection here? Yes, we do. Price came back down. We have rejection. Now we're close below support. Interesting. We close below support. So let me multiple supports. This signals that we might be heading lower. But let's see. Let's look at the daily. So what am I going to look at for here? I'll be looking for bearish price action if I can get a trade up in here. Now, you notice I'm using the word if I can get a trade up in here, because trading is about conditional probability. I will do this if price gets here. I will do this if price gets here. Every strategy, okay, in trading is on conditional probability. For example, if you are using flag pattern, you say, okay, if price breaks the flag, I will enter for a continuation. If price trades to my order block, I will enter for a continuation or a reversal. So in trading, we are all trading based on conditional probability. So someone don't say, oh, why? Oh, Raba is not sure if price is. If price comes up in here, that means it meets my criteria to continue selling. I cannot be selling here because any moment soon price can go back up. I don't want to give myself a lot of drawdown from my optimal level. These are not optimal levels. Okay, when I show you, I will teach you how to identify optimal levels. These are optimal levels. You can see how when price gets in there, it simply moves. It gets in here, it simply moves. It gets up here, it simply moves. Okay, I will not be selling here because it might take me to draw down. When it now gets here, my mindset, it becomes messed up. All right. So if it goes down, there's no problem. It's going to create another optimal level. All I need to do is wait and be patient to catch it. Okay. So that is what I can see on UK 100. All right. And this is the first time I'm analyzing this on my channel. So I'll be doing a lot of analysis on indices going forward because I'll be trading more of them going forward. Okay. Let's take a look at this. It has been touched. Okay. So let's take a look at this for the week. Now, in the coming week, I have a lot of content lined up, and I don't know, my editing is very slow and poor. If you're a good editor, kindly contact me, and probably will look at how to go with the remuneration. Okay. So on that note, I'll see you next week.